Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing, to a video that has been 3 years in the making. Before I start, I want to give shout outs to basically everyone I got the monster trucks from. This one right here came from a guy on Facebook by the name of Rocky Weast. Thank you very much for sending me both this and the extremely rare phone number edition of Bounty Hunter, which I will also be talking about in today's video. So, without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing. This is Weston Racing, and today we are taking a look at Spinmaster Monster Jam's 2019 Series 1 164 Monster Truck Diecast. Man, oh man, am I excited right now. I'm not exactly like shaking with excitement, but I am excited because I have not opened one of these monster trucks in a good couple of years. Like, it's been a while. So, the excitement is real. I have adrenaline coursing through my veins. I am slowly turning into a gym rat at this point in my life. There's no stopping me. The protein is real. What am I saying? Anyway, we've got 8 monster trucks we need to look at here. Just looking at Monster Jam as a standpoint, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legit Monster Jam trucks here. We've got a interesting, this truck did race in Monster Jam, but it was very unpopular. And then we've got a monster truck that isn't Monster Jam. It's an indie truck. And it's actually a really popular one. Of course, you've already seen it. If you know what an indie truck is and you saw the entry to this video, you're like, oh yeah, okay, it's Bounty Hunter. So yeah, and then I've also got that in-package Bounty Hunter I kind of want to show you guys just because it is a rare variant of Bounty Hunter. Of course, there are rare variants of most of these trucks. I think it's Max D, El Toro Loco, and Gravedigger. If you have the one with gray rims, it's considered a rare variant because it's the unrevised version of the truck, I think, if I remember correctly. And then I think if you get the Pirate's Curse with the bronze rims instead of the red ones, that's also a rare variant. I have no idea, because I think they're all like prototypes or mess-ups or something. Like I said, I have no clue. I don't follow the rare variants. I get whatever. If I go to google.com and I look up Max D 164 Diecast by Spinmaster 2019, and the picture that pops up is this, then I'm buying that. That's because I want to get the most like reasonable version of the truck. Anyway, ranting aside, this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of 8. This is the first truck we're looking at. It is Max D, Decade of Destruction, Maximum Destruction. I know a lot about Monster Jam. I don't know very much though. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be very fun. Real quick, somewhere around here, I actually have the stuff that came with this truck. I kept it for some reason. Okay, I lied. I didn't keep everything. I thought I kept the card insert, but I didn't. What I do have, though, is the figurine that came with this truck. In 2019, all Spinmaster Monster Jam trucks came with a collectible figurine. That was every year they do like an accessory, except for 2023. And the reason why is because 2023, I think, is Spinmaster's chance to just take a break. I'll talk about that at the end of January. Speaking of which, monster trucks and whatnot, I have a new thing coming out here soon that I wanted to talk about. That will be after we review the 4th truck. The commercial for that will appear in this video, and it does relate to monster trucks. So if you are a fan of monster truck diecast, I highly suggest you check it out. Anyway, let's take a look at the figurine first. It is just a simple Monster Jam figurine. He's got the fist bump, the air fist bump. I like to imagine that he's giving whatever god is up there a fist bump, which is like, that's just what I like to imagine because I find it funny. And you got the Monster Jam logo right there, fist bump. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. This is what I do. When I do something cool, I do the air fist bump just because it's fun. But yeah, the bottom kind of looks like a monster truck tire, but at the same time it doesn't. So, who knows. And then at the bottom, when I was a little kid, I wrote Blake Granger on the bottom of this because, at the time that was kind of like that was the driver who was driving this truck. I didn't write Tom Mintz on the bottom because I thought Tom Mintz drove a different version of Max D just based on pictures that I had, so I went with Blake Granger with this one. Oops. As you can see, these trucks are actually made in Vietnam. which is different because before Monster Jam trucks, when they were under the Hot Wheels license, were made in China, Malaysia, somewhere else, I think. I don't know. But that's standard. Every one of these trucks comes with a poster. And the thing is that once again, they quit doing that recently. And the reason why is because you can now get them all online at monsterjam.com, which would be great if they were actually up to date with the trucks, because they're never up to date. And that's kind of ridiculous in my opinion, but whatever. So yeah, they come with a poster. And the posters are pretty interesting. Like, they come together like this, and you can see like what's on it. I'm not going to show you guys the poster until we're all the way done, just because I want to, you know, change things up. But what I will show you is the little picture that comes on the poster, which, as you can see, is Monster Jam with 3 different trucks. What's so interesting about this poster is that 5 out of 6 of these are in the first case of the year. Dragon is not, which is strange. But Dragon does come later on in the doubles packs, the first wave of doubles packs. In fact, he's the first truck in the first wave of double packs, so I guess that makes sense. But like I said, I'll show you guys the poster when we're all done. First truck is Max D. As I said, opened it already. I was using it for a stop motion project, which is why it has kinetic sand on the tires, by the way, just saying. So let's take a look at the details here. There is a lot to pick out with this truck. Spin Master really nailed this, and I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see here, it says Max D, Maximum Destruction there, Tom Mintz with the Monster Jam logo. And then it's got Maximus coming out of the side, which is the name of that little guy right there, the mascot for Tom Mintz. Same thing on this side, nothing too crazy. The front of the truck features the Max D logo, Maximum Destruction. And it's got some headlights with, I'd assume, what I find interesting about this truck is it's got headlights right here. I don't know what these holes are. I'm assuming like that's where headlights would normally go on that vehicle, because it's supposed to be a futuristic SUV. Who knows? The back end, we got the Monster Jam logo with 4 taillights. And then on the top, Max D, 11-time Monster Jam World Finals champion. Because that, at the time this truck came out, that was true. He was an 11-time World Finals champion. I think nowadays he's like 13, if I remember, 13-time World Finals champion. Yeah. Oh God, I've got kinetic sand all over my studio now. And then the design itself is really interesting. They really captured that futuristic SUV look. And it honestly just is nailed here. You got the fins, or the fins on the fenders coming out with the bumps. Well, actually, these are spikes in real life, but they're bumpy because, you know, these are kids' toys. You can't have sharp objects literally riddling a entire toy. That would be ridiculous. Or would it? The back end, they got the grill here, which I've always been curious about this grill because I don't really pay attention too much to the real life truck to know if that grill's actually there. I'm pretty sure this is a window back here in real life. This flame isn't actually right here. It's a window. I don't know that for a fact or not because I haven't really looked at a Max D truck recently. But yeah, this is Max D. We're going to look at the bottom. As you can see, excuse me, we got black tires with orange rims, which fits Max D really well. The chassis is black. You got the header sticking out right here. And then it's not chrome, it's just silver. You got a silver chassis there, which looks really nice. So yeah, this truck in all is really cool. Now, another thing that Spin Master did that's pretty cool to see is there's a pillar right here. A little pillar, and what that is it holds the body on. I took the screw out, and I lost the screw because you know how I am. But if you take the body off, you can actually see all of the details on the inside. Again, this is die cast. You can feel it. This is a metal body. Like, it's heavy. It's very heavy, very dense. That's where all the weight comes from. The truck itself, as you can see here, and look on the inside of the chassis, there's a little driver in there with his hands on the steering wheel. There's a motor back there as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's Max D in all of its glory. Pretty cool little truck, and the detail is absolutely amazing. Okay, before we get into the second truck, there is some kind construction work going on my staircase in my house. So if you hear background noise, just try to ignore it and focus on the soothing sound of my voice. All right? Okay, so here we go. Truck number 2 is Pirate's Curse. This truck is very interesting in general, just because it's one of those 3D molds. And of course it is a Monster Jam truck. It is not a Feld truck. Or it's a Feld truck, not an Indy truck. Sorry, I screwed that up. But as you can see, it's got some 3D detail to it that is honestly really astonishing that Spin Master nailed it. So yeah, here we go. Let's unbox it. I haven't unboxed a Spin Master truck in so long. I think you're supposed to grip the sides and pull downwards, if I remember correctly. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, no way. It's so cool. That is awesome. Okay. And then because I'm weird, I keep the card back. Also, I forgot to mention that the blisters say all new for 2019 and Monster Jam Authentic on them, which is a super cool little detail. So yeah. Anyway, here it is, the insert. As you can see, it does say Pirate's Curse on there with a choking hazard warning, because, if, children under the age of 3-year-olds see anything the size of a jelly bean, roughly that size, they will try to stick it in their mouth just because, survival of the fittest. Anyway, here's the figurine. I would assume this is Corey Rummel because he drove Pirate's Curse, but as you can see there, it is a nice, how would you describe that, charcoal gray. It's got the steering wheel. This is a male figure. There is female figures too. You'll see those when the time comes. There's the back with the Monster Jam logo. On the bottom it says Vietnam, nothing too crazy there. So that's the figurine, put that there. And then inside of here, here's the problems complaint card that I was telling you about. Those are always fun. And then here's another poster. This is exactly the same as the first poster. Each truck comes with a poster, so that's, not too important. And then there's the card insert. So you get a lot for your little $4 on these, which is pretty, well, used to be $3. It's not $3 anymore because of inflation, but Anyway, here is the truck itself. I can't even begin to describe how amazing this thing looks in person. It is so cool. The first main detail that I want to point out here that is really cool to see on this Pirate's Curse is the fact that everything is 3D molded pretty much perfectly. You got the bandana back here, you've got the hat, you've got the dagger in the mouth, and you've got the sword. Again, these are like a rubber, but still, that is super duper cool to see. The body itself features a lot of 3D work as well. I'll try and get the truck up close here, but I'm struggling. As you can see, it does say Pirate's Curse on there with the jacket, and it's got the buttons on the jacket as well. The buttons are 3D, they do have texture. The jacket itself has texture, and the skull has texture. The hook, also 3D raised, has texture. There's ribbons in the bandana here, and you got the Monster Jam logo in back. This is also got some like waviness to it back here. A lot of detail. We spin to the front. You can see the pirate face there with the eyeball, that really creepy eyeball that looks to be floating in the middle of nothing. Got the eye patch, nose, teeth. I'm pretty sure there's one of these teeth has a gold tooth. I am incorrect. I apologize for lying to you. This side has a hand holding the sword. And then the back end says Pirate's Curse. You can see there, which looks super duper cool. The truck itself has black tires with red rims, as you can see here, and then we've got a black chassis or black roll cage and a silver chassis. So there you go. That's Pirate's Curse in its glory. This truck is amazing. Moving right along, we have the next truck, which is a very, very large fan favorite. This one's kind of been popular for years now, ever since it first appeared in Monster Jam back in 2004, I do believe. Its first World Finals was definitely in 2004, if I do remember that correctly. But anyway, this is the Toro Loco. In orange. It's got all the flame detailing and everything, which looks really nice. Let's get it out of the package. All right, lots to look at here. So start with the figurine. You're going to notice right off the bat that this figurine looks different. Again, it's holding the steering wheel. This is a yellow figurine, but as you can see, it is actually a female figurine. And you can tell it's a female figurine because of the long hair, obviously. That's immediately what told you that. And there's no Monster Jam logo on the back because the hair does cover it. But yeah, there you go. There's a female figurine. Like I said, there are both male and female figurines that they do for these trucks. Where'd my Tom Mintz one go? Oh, here it is. I was like, where's the one from Max D? Anyway, the card insert has the El Toro Loco logo on it, as you can see there, with the choking hazard warning. Originally, they were not going to put the choking hazard warning on there from prototypes that I saw, but they ended up throwing it on anyways, probably because they didn't want to get sued. That's just a hunch I have. I don't have any way to prove that. Comments complaint card. Poster. All right. Now to get onto the truck. As you can see here, look at all that detail. They put so much detail into the flames on this. They wanted to make sure it was exactly accurate to the real truck. As you saw in that video, it probably is super duper accurate to what you just saw. You got the El Toro Loco logo right here with the Monster Jam logo and the flames. The flames are outlined in a nice like maroon, which looks really great. And you got a tail light, weirdly enough. You got a tail light. One thing that I do notice, and I thought they were going to fix this because on the prototype that had this, if you look at the tail light there, you can kind of see the flames. Let me zoom in on it there. You can kind of see the flames peeking through the tail light. I thought they were going to fix that. That was a detail on the prototype that I caught and a bunch of people caught. I thought they were going to, like I said, I thought they were going to fix it and they did not. The teeth are 3D molded. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. They are 3D molded. They do have black outlining, which I don't remember the truck in real life had that or not. I'm not quite sure. I don't think the one in real life had 3D mold or black outline teeth. Here's this side of the truck, as you can see here with the flames. Got the teeth. I thought there was okay. I made a mistake in an older video where I said that that El Toro Loco has a golden tooth. That is not true. The original did, but the new one does not. One detail that Hot Wheels did not put on their El Toro Loco was chin hair, which this truck actually has. And then if you look at the hood, it's got the nose with the flames coming out of it and the nose ring, which I do believe that nose ring, as I suspected, is 3D modeled. There is no hole on the front. Usually the truck has a hole on the front to blow steam out of because that's just something the real life truck can do. It's got a smooth nose as well, which is interesting because I remember there being ridges when I first got this truck, which must have been like a deja vu kind of thing. Or a Mandela effect. What do they call that? I think Mandela effect. Top of the head here, it has hair on it, which is 3D molded. It does kind of stick up a little bit, but not too much to make it annoying. And then, of course, everyone's favorite, the horns, which are dual printed, as you can see. It starts with yellow and it fades to orange on the tip, which are exactly what the real truck looks like. That looks amazing. And then the back end, of course, says El Toro Loco with the MonsterJam.com website on there as well, which is great because that is what the real truck has as well. A majority of the real trucks actually say MonsterJam.com on the back. That's just, you know, free advertising space, I guess. And then if you look, like I said with Pirate's Curse, Pirate's Curse has this negative space block right here. El Toro Loco has a negative space bar, which is interesting, and I don't know why they chose to do that. Because the Hot Wheels trucks had the bar. I have Instigator right here to prove it, actually. I have the block. Sorry, not the bar. They have the block here. And then I don't know why Pirate's Curse doesn't have one. It would have fit. I just don't know why it's on there. Yeah. Taking a look at smaller details on this truck, we've got black tires with orange rims. Another detail that I forgot to point out. BKT tires. It says BKT in both spots on the tires. The Hot Wheels one said BKT and then Hot Wheels. The truck's going somewhere. So they changed that, which is great. They did not stick a Spin Master logo in there. They were able to pass that up. In fact, most of these trucks don't even have a Spin Master logo on them, which is interesting. You know, they passed up the free advertising space, which I think is nuts. Because Hot Wheels would have done everything in their power to stick a Hot Wheels logo in every single spot on this truck. As you can see here, we got a black roll cage, and we've also got the silver underbelly chassis. So yeah, this is El Toro Loco. This looks super duper accurate to the real truck, which is amazing to me. right, the next truck, as you can see here, is the big old Megalodon. Hot take, ladies and gentlemen, but well, this isn't a hot take, this is just my opinion, and it's very different than most people's opinion. I actually am not a fan of the Megalodon truck. I feel like it's a very basic truck with a basic idea behind it, and that Monster Jam could have done something completely different. Now, I get it. Megalodon itself could have been an awesome truck, but the design is what gets me. It's so... I get it. It's a Megalodon. Looks like a Megalodon. It looks like a shark. You know, that they did the bare minimum with this truck, in my opinion. However, I know I'm going to get roasted in the comments because I know a lot of people love Megalodon. I am just not one of those people. So, yeah, this is a shark, as you can see. Megalodon has a very large fan base within Spin Master because the Hot Wheels one, from what I saw, looks nothing like the real truck. So this was a huge upgrade. Even I will say this is a huge upgrade. It looks so much more realistic to the real truck, which you probably saw in a video just now. But yeah, this looks exactly like the real truck. We're gonna get this thing out of the package and I will show you all of the finer details. Here we go. Okay, just running through quickly with the stuff that's inside. We've got this is a really nice shade of blue, by the way. We got a like ocean blue figurine. I would imagine this is Justin Sipes because it's a male figurine who at the time drove Megalodon. So this one I would imagine is Justin Sipes. He's got the steering wheel there. Of course, inside the insert, like usual, everything that usually comes in it. Questions complaint card, along with a poster of case, or mix one, sorry. I apparently folded mine wrong because I'm now noticing that all the ones that I've gotten today have Megalodon facing upwards. Here's the card art. You can see with the Megalodon logo right there, which looks awesome. They do a good job with those. Like I said, I'm assuming I folded mine wrong because when I showed you guys mine, it had the Gravedigger Wildflower 2-pack on the top, and every one that I have opened, every truck that I've opened today had Megalodon on top, so I'm assuming I folded mine incorrectly. Yeah, take a look at this one. There is so much detail to unpack that they threw into this truck. The one thing I want to point out here with detail wise is shading. Look at the blue on the nose compared to the blue on the tail. As you can see, it is the same exact blue on the truck. They just shaded it. And they didn't, like, Hot Wheels didn't even attempt that. They just went with one color and just ran with it. Spin Master full on did everything they could to make this truck look amazing. Now, again, they didn't print on these, the fins, which are rubber. They're not rubber. No, they are rubber. I don't know. These fins are weird. What in the world? I might have to take the body off after I'm done recording and take a look myself, because the fins are not rubber, or maybe they are rubber. They're just really stiff. I have no idea. Maybe they're plastic, stiff rubber, aka plastic. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Megalodon logo there is underneath the cab with the Monster Jam logo as well. As you can see, there is a white trim going around like a normal, like, Megalodon would have. I wanted to say great white shark, but that's not correct. So yeah, if you look on this side, it is the exact same thing. Not much to unpack there. It's the mouth that's worth talking about. I don't know if you guys notice this or not. This is not a plastic insert right here. The Hot Wheels one was a plastic insert. This is not. This is legit printed teeth. They're not sharp teeth, which is what the real truck has. They're like, you know, bald teeth, but you get what I mean. Anyway, yeah, this is not a plastic insert. These were printed, which is another detail that puts this one above the Spin Master one, or the Hot Wheels one. It also got the eyeball there. This truck in general just looks meaner, which was, again, another thing with the Hot Wheels one. The truck didn't look very mean. The gills are not 3D, which I thought was interesting. These are printed on. I can run my nail across there and it makes zero noise because that is a print. That is not 3D. However, the wrinkles on the hood are 3D, which is strange. And then if you look at the back fin here, you can see all the detail that they put in there shading wise. Got the two top fins, the dorsal fin up here. I don't know Shark anatomy off the top of my head, but yeah. that is the Megalodon. It is a beautiful shade of blue. It's got navy blue tires right there, which looks super duper cool with the navy blue rims with the black tires, black roll cage with the silver chassis, which is a reoccurring thing. All of these trucks have black roll cages except for truck number 6, sorry, I can't count. And if you know what truck that is off the top of your head, you know why. So anyway, that was the Megalodon. That truck was super duper cool. This next one is a strange choice. So far, the first 4 trucks that we've looked at all were reasonable monster trucks. Like, they all were from Feld. They all, well, one of them is Tom Mintz's truck, but the other 3 were from Feld, all drive around and race in the Monster Jam Tours constantly. This one, however, is a strange choice because at the time, this truck I don't even think has been to a World Finals, if I remember correctly. It's a very strange choice. So this is the Wonder Woman, driven by Caitlin Miguz, I think. That doesn't sound right. I think it's Caitlin Miguz. Anyway, this is one of the female trucks. Wonder Woman, female driver, Caitlin Miguz. I'm pretty sure she is really good. I'm pretty sure she drove Scooby-Doo at some point. Right? I'm gonna have to fact check myself after this video. But yeah, this is the Wonder Woman truck. So here is the figure, which again is a female figure with the steering wheel. It is a gold color. Oops. It is a gold color. As you can see, the gold does look really nice. I do like that gold dust color. Put that down there. Again, on the inside, we have a comments complaint card and a poster. Right there. I'm just going to show both of them together, make things quicker. And then here is the Wonder Woman card insert with the logo there. That looks crisp. I love that. Here is the truck as a whole. I absolutely love this custom concept truck by Monster Jam with the Wonder Woman and all that to show the DC license. Now, this is actually really interesting. The top of the truck has something really interesting going on. I'll explain that in a minute. Let's take a look at the sides. As you can see, the Wonder Woman is sitting there loud and proud on the side of the truck. It is ginormous. They want you to know what the truck is. And they even tell you the truck with both a logo and a written name for the truck. The Wonder Woman logo there. Monster Jam logo there as well. This side is exactly the same. What I think is really interesting is they captured so much detail with the painting on this one. They got the red. They've also got the gray fenders, gunmetal gray fenders. The top is white, and they've even got the gold trim as well. They put so much paint work into this. And speaking of paint work, look at the front. The Wonder Woman logo makes another appearance, but they've got like what looks like Spider-Man webbing on the front of this truck, as well with gold and gunmetal gray trim on almost everything. They go the whole 9 yards with this one. On the back here, it's got the Wonder Woman logo, very tiny. And then if you look real closely, you can see it says DC Comics S19 there, trademark and copywriting. The whole works. The whole legal works. And then the back end here has the lasso of truth right here, a very famous thing. There is no sword on the real truck, which I think is strange because, you know, the sword was kind of another huge thing. She had the sword and the lasso. Also, I just realized the tiara that she wears is right there as well, because she is, of course, Princess Diana, of course. I don't know a lot about DC Comics, but I do know that off the top of my head. And then, just looking at the top of the truck, you're going to notice it's all scuffed and dinged. And the reason why is because the real truck actually featured this. Featured damage on the top of the truck. War damage, if you will. This is not a factory error. This is not me mistreating the truck within 5 seconds of opening it. This is legit what they painted on the truck. This truck legit has damage to it, which is amazing. And that's micro detailing that they painted on there as well. The fact that they could fit that on there with all their like painting details and whatnot is incredible to me. So you got black tires, red rims. Same thing as Pirate's Curse. This is literally the exact same chassis as Pirate's Curse. You could swap the body between this truck and Pirate's Curse. You'd have no idea. You literally have no idea. So yeah, you could probably do the same thing with Toro Loco and Max D too. Well, not with mine because the Max D one's covered in dirt, but you know what I mean. Black chassis, or I did it again. Black roll cage and silver chassis to bring the truck together. That is Wonder Woman, the superhero in the invisible jet, and all those details that I can't remember off the top of my head. Now let me ask you this. What would a Monster Jam video be without a Gravedigger, right? Well, let me ask you this. What would a Monster Jam license be without a Gravedigger? This is Gravedigger, the black and green wrecking machine. I do have a Hot Wheels version of this one. It is not on me though because I am terrible at planning for YouTube videos, but we'll just look at this one as it is. This is great because the Hot Wheels Gravedigger, in my opinion, sucks. It doesn't look anything like the real truck. This does. This captures a lot of detail that the Hot Wheels one missed. Every poster that I've gotten today has Megalodon on top. This one doesn't. This one has the El Toro Loco on the back of the packaging up top. That's strange. I wonder what that's all about. We'll have to pull it out and take a look, why don't we? So firstly, thusly, most importantly, we have Adam Anderson in a green figure. As you can see here, doing the fist bump. It's a male figure, of course, so it has to be Adam Anderson. I think Kristen Anderson got her own truck in 2019, so we don't have to worry about that. I think it's a pink rimmed digger. I think that's how they got Kristen in there, if I remember correctly. Hey, Monster Jam, I bought a Gravedigger from you and it didn't come with a comments complaint card. That's my complaint. So here's the Gravedigger card art. This is weird. Okay, why? Okay, I bought this truck from Monster Jam Superstore. Not only did the package not have an all new for 2019 sticker on it, but on top of that, the poster is wrong in the packaging. That is a crisp poster. I don't even want to open that. Oh my God, look at this. Look at how neatly that is folded. Just, whoa, whoa. That is, okay, I don't even want to open that. That is a crisp poster, wow. But yeah, the poster's wrong. It didn't come with the comments and complaint card. What are you doing? What are you doing, Monster Jam? What's wrong with my truck? Is my truck laced with some foreign substance that I should know about? Because if that's the case, I'm going to have some things to talk about with your managers. Anyway, here it is, the black and green wrecking machine in all of its glory. It's kind of hard to tell, but all of the tombstone printing is there and everything. Another detail that I would like to point out is that it actually says Spin Master right there on that little cloud. Normally it would say Hot Wheels, but because obviously the licensing changed, they had to change it. It's just what they did. The Gravedigger itself looks absolutely amazing. I love all of the detail that they managed to capture with this canvas. Gravedigger is kind of hard to do because of how much detail it has on it. It's also got the USHRA logo, I just noticed right now. I kind of thought Monster Jam didn't have the rights to that logo, but they managed to put it on there, which I think is really interesting. And then there's a couple like clouds up here that say a bunch of stuff on them. I can't read most of them though. I think there's a Monster Jam one in there, there's a Spin Master one, and I can't read the other two. One of them says racing in it, but I can't read the first word. But yeah, the haunted house in the back there, as you can see, has the rings around it with the moon. Originally there were 3, now there's 5. They changed it, which is great because that's more accurate. And the ghost, the scary ghost sitting at the top of the hill back there, looking as terrifying as usual. This truck has all of the detail. Well, not all of them, and I'll explain why. Here's the front of the truck. Oh, that's an interesting detail. Yeah, here's the front of the truck, as you can see. Weirdly enough, with Gravedigger, the most problematic part of the truck was the hood. And that's weird to say because the hood lacks the most detail, if you know what I mean. But it was the part that they had the most trouble with. They had to fix 3 things on the Gravedigger over time. Number 1, this is weird, but this arrow is pointed, right? Originally, it was cut off and it was just a square at the end. They fixed that. Great. Another thing that they'd eventually have to fix is the fact that the flames don't go into this crease right here. It should be flamage on this black bar on both sides, but there isn't. They'd eventually go to fix that as well. And then there was green around the headlights as well, and that also would get fixed. So weirdly enough, the part of the Gravedigger that required the most fixing was the hood. And that's strange to me because, like I said, out of all of the parts of the truck, the hood actually has the least amount of detail out of the whole thing. So it's strange that they had to fix so much with it. Here is the other side of the truck, exactly the same, nothing different whatsoever. The back is actually changed to feature a negative space bar right here, which is interesting because the Hot Wheels one had that, but it was like down. It was down here where this wheelie bar would be. Let's just put it this way, the back of the Gravedigger used to sag with Hot Wheels. Now it doesn't. The back end is more toned and cut off, if you know what I mean. And then if you look at the top, it says Gravedigger, bad to the bone, with Grim Gravedigger, which is the name of the mascot there. And look at that shine. That paint is so nice. It's actually got a bit of a sparkle to it. It's got a bit of a little metal flake sparkle to it. How nice is that? So yeah, that is the Gravedigger. We've got black tires with green rims, as you can see there. Green roll cage. This is the only colored roll cage out of this entire first mix. Got a green one, and of course we have that beautiful silver chassis. So yeah, there is Gravedigger, everyone's favorite monster truck, the fan favorite, the biggest monster truck in the entire world. Everyone knows this truck. They just had their 40th anniversary recently. 40 years of Gravedigger. How crazy is that? Here's another one I got from MonsterJam.com. This one's really funny because look at the top of the packaging. It is destroyed. There are so many creases and bumps and bruises on this. But yeah, so this is truck number 7, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It is cool to see this one, I will say that. Just a lot of detail in general with this one, and we're gonna open it up so that way I'm not taking your time. So we got a female figurine here in red. Could be Candace Jolly, probably is Candace Jolly, or Cynthia Gautier, who also drove the truck at the time. And then inside the packaging, like usual, we got a comments complaint card, boom, and a poster, boom. This one is folded exactly the same. Okay, I was a little confused for a second. Folded just like the Megalodon posters, like the other ones. And here is the Monster Mutt Dalmatian card insert. Put that right there. All right, here's the truck. This has so much detail, I can't even believe it. The 3D on this one is crazy. So, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is a Dalmatian, as you would probably imagine. It looks just like the dog breed, the Dalmatian, as you can see here, with the spots and all that. Again, not like this one really doesn't have a lot to talk about because it is the 3D model of the dog with the grin, which is interesting because this is the only Monster Mutt that has the smile. The teeth are 3D as well. Hear that there? The ears are up, like they are in motion. Like the truck is jumping, for example, or doing a wheelie or something. And then we actually have a tail on the back, which is interesting because Hot Wheels never put a tail on any of their Monster Mutts. So that's really awesome to see. We got the tail, which the real truck has. Monster Mutt Dalmatian there on the tag with the diamond, what do they call those? Collar. Monster Mutt logo, Monster Jam logo, and all that jazz. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. It's got the eyebrows too. Of course, the tongue on the front, which is super duper neat. I think Rottweiler is the only one that doesn't have a tongue, if I remember correctly. So this is correct to the real truck with the nose and the whiskers. That's cool. Again, we've got the black and red rims, or with the red rims, or yeah, red rims, black tires, black roll cage, and silver chassis. Not a lot to say about this one, other than I do think it's really interesting that as of right now, Monster Mutt Dalmatian is the only Spin Master Monster Mutt that doesn't feature its ears down normally. It still has the in-motion ears, which I think is really strange that they haven't fixed that yet. Even going into the new year, they haven't fixed that yet. It's a very small detail that a lot of people are complaining about, and I don't blame them. It's a really annoying detail. But yeah, that's the Dalmatian. Okay, we got about 1.5 trucks left until we're done with this video. This is a long one, I know, but it's worth it to have a longer video for this stuff. But anyway, Bounty Hunter. This one's cool to see. Team 2 Extreme. The only Indy truck in this entire lineup of trucks here. Jimmy Cretin figurine, as you can see here, in a beautiful dark blue. Complaint card and poster. Card insert. And here is the, as you can see, the Bounty Hunter logo right there. There is a beautiful pixelated camouflage that runs down this whole thing with the army skull right there with the fangs, which I think is awesome. And then the Monster Jam logo in back. Jimmy Cretin does know Five Finger Death Punch pretty well because his one guy actually races for them. The one band member actually used to race alongside them in the Knucklehead. So maybe that's where they got inspiration for the skull from. Who knows? The Bounty Hunter logo again with the skull in the army helmet, Monster Jam logo right there. The front, as you can see, actually has the headlights, which is super duper cool. I love that little detail. Love to see the headlights. And then Texas Truck Works logo on the back. Texas Truck Works logo on the back, along with all of the website information sprawled across the top of the truck right there. And yeah. So before we look at the smaller details, I do want to talk about this variant right here, which is the phone number Bounty Hunter. Mainly the only difference here is if you look, the tailgates are different. Actually, just look at the back end. The back end is actually incredibly different. This one says Magnolia, Texas on it with the phone number. This one does not. The top of this one also says Magnolia, Texas with the phone number. This one does not. That is the main key difference between those two. Again, I'm going to keep the phone number one in package just because that is such an iconic piece to my collection now. To have that, it's probably going to go on the Wall of Fame at some point. But yeah, that's Bounty Hunter as a whole. Again, super cool truck with the dark blue rims, tires, black roll cage, and silver chassis. That is Bounty Hunter. Hey guys, Future David here. Remember me from the Advent Calendar video? Well, guess what? I'm back because past me forgot to do the poster for this case, like the silly goober he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it for you right now. So what I have right here is the poster. So here's what it looks like. Basically what it has is it has all 8 trucks. In this case, as you can see, they're even in the order is what I did them in. See, I did them in this order. There's also 3 trucks right here. The zombie, God, wow. Soldier Fortune from Everyday Heroes, Zombie from Creepy Crushers, and Son of a Digger for Legacy Trucks. Look, guys, I just had lunch. Whoa, what's wrong with me? These are the playset trucks. This is from the Monster Dirt playset. This is from the Zombie Head playset. And this is from the Stunt playset. This thing will make a different appearance somewhere later down the line. So will this. This will not, I don't think. I don't know. Double Down Showdown. These are the 2 packs. As you can see, you got Dragon and Jester here. Jester is in purple, which is really, really cool. Blue Thunder and Storm Damage. Storm Damage had never appeared before in diecast form like this. Gravedigger and Wildflower, excuse me, right here. The Wildflower has never been made in diecast form. This would be the first time. And then Brodozer and Gas Monkey Garage. Gas Monkey Garage has never been more accurate, and then Brodozer's also got its first time appearance right there. So yeah, that's the poster. As we saw at the beginning of the video, here's what the back looks like. And that's what it looks like there. And just in case you all were wondering, if you accidentally lose one of your posters for a case, don't worry, you get 7 more along the lines. I now have 8 of these, and I'm probably going to decorate an entire wall of my room with probably one of these, with like 7 of these, and then one like this in the middle. Just because, why not? Who's going to stop me? Anyway, thank you all for watching today's video. From future David back to past David to close out the actual video. So that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. This one was a super duper fun one to record with all these new trucks. Again, this took me 3 years to get all of these. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to get the next wave of trucks. I'm missing 5 out of the next wave, so who knows? When I get them all, you'll find out, because there will be a video on it. But yeah, here's a quick overview of all of them again. See all that detail right there? And that's it. So yeah, thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a new playlist made for Monster Jam stuff. You go check out the Christmas ornament video. That one is currently at 4,000 views. And I will see you all in the next unboxing video. See ya.